Hey everybody, back in the shop again. As you can see behind me, we've got a 63 Thunderbird on the lift right now. I'm helping my brother out with this car. But that's not the main focus of this video. I'm working on some more Jeep stuff. So a couple things. Number one, I'm going to try to record with this GoPro. I 3D printed this case so the microphones would be picked up a little bit better than the waterproof case that came with it. And this stand, this is probably pretty common now. It's one of those Gorilla Pod types, but on the feet is a magnet. So I think this will be pretty cool to try some fun shots, maybe put it underneath the car, under a hood, just wherever. We'll figure out some new shots with it. So with that, let me flip over. All right, I think we're on the GoPro. I've never used one of these before. It's an older model. I'm looking at my phone to control it since this doesn't have a front screen on it. So let me get things set up with the GoPro, and I'm going to work on getting the Jeep LM7 up on this engine stand back over here behind it. So let me get everything set up and give it a try. Back to the drawing board. I struggled trying to get this on the motor stand. It's honestly a lot heavier than I thought, and I don't know why I'm struggling. I'm going to take the intake off, and I'm going to put on this LS series style plate that goes down where the valley cover is. So I've got to work on getting the intake off, fuel rails, looks like some of the EGR parts, the valley cover, and then get this on here. It's a little bit more than I wanted to do sitting here, but this is going to be a lot easier and a lot safer. Alright, I've got the plate where the valley cover went. This seems a lot safer. I now have a chain on here instead of this seat belt that the salvage yard used, which I never really liked anyway, but it was already here. So I've got all the valley cover bolts back down. I got my little chain piece on. You see the motor is tilted quite bad here. So let me get this up a bit and see if this is a lot easier. I may have to let it down again and adjust on this plate. I didn't show it off. I'm not sure if you can see it right now, but I went ahead and put the back piece that mounts to the block for the motor mount on here. All right. Where did my lock go? This. somewhere. Here it is. Tilt lock. Now it's not all hung up from all the legs. Alrighty. I think that's okay. This is a half-ton stand. I want to say this whole setup is 650, 700. So not at its limit, pretty close. I can start stripping things and alleviate a lot of the weight here. So, all right, I think we're okay. Just to show up close, there's that lift plate. I used it when I was building the Datsun. Super handy. Obviously we can't see the cam now. It seemed to be okay. Look how this is very dirty. Look at all this junk in here. I don't know if the light can get down into the valves yet. At least the immediate top of the valves look okay. Well, here it is. All right, I can start working on everything else now. Discovered two things. There's one broken bolt already and another one in the back. So that's interesting. We'll just have to address that once I've got the block stripped down. I'll see if I can do it myself. If not, maybe the help of a machine shop. All right, it's time for the reveal inside the valve covers. This is both of our first times looking at this. Okay, it's golden. I don't know if the camera actually picks that up enough. We'll have to see. Doesn't look terrible. Let's go take a look at the other side. Bit of a dark gold. Inside cover's got a good bit of carbon, burnt oil on it. We'll toss this in the parts washer, let it soak and see what happens. I guess it's time to we'll get the rockers out get the heads off. GoPro battery died, but we're close. So, what have we got here? What is going on here? Okay. That just looks like old head gasket that was getting gummy. I'm wondering if somebody put stop leak in this block and why. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but it's kind of gunky red tinged in there. I don't think that's rust. I have to investigate some more. Pistons obviously have a good bit of carbon on them, as expected. But they don't look too bad. I mean, that one's pretty clean. Let's get the other head off. Here's the driver's side. Looks like more of the same. Still got some coolant in here. But, I mean, not too terrible. I had to drain the oil. This did not come from the salvage yard. Drained, surprisingly. So, I guess I can get motor mounts off. I can get these buckets out. I can get the lifters out. I do have the tool that will hold the flex plate, so I can remove this. Then at some point I'll flip it and I'll start taking the oil pan off. So like I said, I bought one of these pieces for the other Z motor to hold the flywheel or a flex plate in place. I actually assume it does both. I bought it on a flywheel motor. But it goes where the starter goes, so let's get the starter off, and then I'll bolt this in place, and we'll see what happens. Super handy, super easy. Beats trying to hold this with a big screwdriver or a pry bar. I may have to get out the Ugga Dugga gun. I think this chain might be a little worn out. That is bad. But it's a 200,000 mile motor. I know I can't take the oil pump off yet till the pan comes off because of the pickup and everything that's attached to it here, so making good progress. We got this far.